Global warming is a general average increase in atmospheric and, it turns out, also oceanic temperatures that is gradually happening, although the rate at which it's happening is increasing. And this stems from the increased amount of heat which is captured by the atmosphere, and that comes from increases in the concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. CO2, methane being the two most prominent.
So what do you think a lot of people don't believe in global warming? Do you think it's not happening?
I think the perception is changing. I think the realization that it is happening, when we can get 60, 65 degree days in December, people are starting to sit up and take notice. And large storms like Sandy have put people on notice that the climate is changing, along with that day-to-day weather. So I think this perception that people don't believe it's happening is incorrect. It is, people's perceptions have changed.
And why do you think Sandy occurred?
Well, Sandy's a hurricane. Hurricanes occur in the Atlantic from say June through October. And this one was a little bit unusual because it came late and was also very strong. But the models that the meteorologists and the ocean scientists are putting together suggest that hurricanes like Sandy will become more frequent and more severe with an increase in global temperature.
What suggestions do you have for the people who aren't so used to these hurricanes and different weather changes?
Oh boy, for the individual it's difficult. You have to rely on society to respond, and if society has decided that we are not going to cut down on emissions of greenhouse gases, then we need to respond or do something in advance of the next Sandy. So ensure that flooding isn't as severe as possible, ensure that power outages aren't as extended as they were. So there's a shift in the discussion away from, is global warming happening? And it's now, the discussion is, what can we do to reduce the severity of the impacts?
What can we do to help out a little bit, even though a lot of damage is already done? No?
If everybody decided that they were going to reduce their carbon footprint and demand that their politicians support restrictions on greenhouse gas emissions and do this globally, the individual really doesn't have too much power. I would say locally and regionally, individuals probably want to talk with their elected representatives and ensure that plans are in place to try and reduce severity, try and reduce flooding, try and reduce power outages. Simple as that.